my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody is having a good middle of the week, hump day, and enjoying, if you are in a hot climate, enjoying some of the cooler, wet weather. I know we are. I know y'all back on the East Coast are not enjoying them damn cold ass temperatures and snow and rain and crap, but it don't rain out here much, so we're glad to get every drop we can get. Anyway, Taurus, this is going to be Taurus and Pisces for 2020. The spread is going to look the same, but the cards are not going to mean the same with the exception of the fifth card, which will be the centerpiece. But it's going to be a 9-card layout. First card is going to be last year's summary or this year's summary, basically 2019. Second card is going to be about energies departing, stuff that's just naturally going to leave your energy. Third card is going to be what you need to let go of for the new year. Fourth card, what's important for the new year. Fifth card, as always, will be your challenge and obstacle as your centerpiece card. Sixth card will be where help will come from. And that's been kind of going all over the place. People meditating, people asking other people questions. So the reading is really kind of informative. So as I said, the sixth card will be where your help will come from. The seventh card will be upcoming opportunities. The eighth card will be what needs to be aligned in your relationship. And the ninth card will be what to avoid or caution for next year. Let me say to all of you, thank you very much this year for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. I appreciate it. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate it. I really do. And I look forward to doing this next year as well. What else? $20 reads until December 15th. And then, of course, you know, I'm not doing this by myself. I have a business partner. So we're revamping some stuff, actually, so I can do some newer stuff. So we're working on that. In the meantime, $20 reads. I will read until I can't read. Y'all know how I do. So if you're interested, hit me up at tarotattarot@gmail.com. All the other little goodies is down there on the bottom. One more shuffle, Taurus and Pisces. And why do I feel this energy of avoidance? What are y'all avoiding? Who's avoiding? What the hell? Oh, man, oh, man. And I felt this last night. What did I do last night? I think it was Aquarius, and I think Scorpio, too. It's just like everybody's kind of just, you know, circling. Ain't nobody really trying to get their hands dirty or nothing. Everybody just, you know, just trying to avoid what they know is coming. I feel the same energy with Taurus and Pisces. I'll be doggone. Okay, so reminder, I do my cards straight up. I'm not going to do cards for overall energy because, I don't know, overall energy changes to me from minute to minute, day to day, week to week. So there will be themes, trust me, there will be themes that pop out that'll be ongoing for next year. But let's see what we got. So for this year's summary, we got the shadow. For departing energies, we have partnerships and alliances. For what to let go of for the new year, we have positive movement forward. What's important for the new year? Authority. Your centerpiece, your challenge and your obstacle card is fertility. Where your help will come from. Rejoice and celebration. I know y'all like, that don't make no sense. Just work with me here. Upcoming opportunities. Love begins. What needs to be aligned? Triumph. What to avoid? Material and spiritual prosperity. So all of this is just telling me these little cards has got all kind of shit to say. So let's get this kicked off. The shadow is pulling Two of Cups, partnerships and alliances. It's pulling the Ten of Swords, positive movement forward. It's pulling the Strength card. Authority is pulling the Four of Swords, fertility. Seven of Swords, rejoice and celebration. The Four of Wands, love begins. Seven of Coins, triumph, pulls the Death card, and material and spiritual prosperity pull the High Priestess. I told you. I know now y'all are really confused. Like, what the hell? I don't understand. How you get triumph in that? Yeah, I hear you. All right, so let's go through this. It's actually, it'll make sense. Just trust me. But this avoiding energy is really, really strong in this reading. And I don't know who's avoiding what or whom, but it's here. The summary for this year with Pisces and Taurus. Y'all really, it's been looking like this. How can I say this? But there's been a lot of just dark, murky energy. Somebody stalking, somebody just lurking around. And I'm going to say it probably is the Pisces, but Taurus, let me talk Taurus. You've been feeling like this, I don't know, stuff. If I could put it into an image, any of you that have seen the movie The Blob, that's what this feels like. Slimy, sticky shit. And Taurus, this is really coming back. So this is not going to resonate with everybody. Grandmama say eat the fish, leave the bones. Taurus, the fuck? The way the reading is, the energy is coming to me is that Taurus, you have been feeling like Pisces has kind of been, excuse my language, kind of slithering around, doing something shady. And that is pretty much summing up what's going on this year. And regardless of however it looked, or however happy and wonderful people were saying they felt, Taurus, it's all coming back on you. You still felt this shadow shit. And by shadow, I don't mean you talking to yourself in the mirror like I always say and trying to deal with your shadow and your demons. But this has been some kind of murky, I don't really want to talk about it type thing. I know something going on, but I really don't want to talk about it. And I guess this is where the energy of avoidance is coming from. Departing energies, outside partnerships, and maybe this is where some of this is coming from. I want to say for those of you that have situations with your partner, with the baby mama and the baby daddy. Baby mama and baby daddies are packing up and moving to Beverly. I don't know how that's resonating with you, but this is what's leaving you. And with that, a sense of being overwhelmed with all these swords coming at you. That mental mind fuck shit where you just get in your head and you got so much shit in your head you really can't even physically move. That energy is leaving. And I'm going to say whoever's leaving is taking this shit with them. So for those of you that are in those relationships and, you know, the baby mama calling at 10 o'clock at night, or baby daddy just pop up on the porch and, you know, want to act like he the king and some shit. All of that. Say bye-bye. So, and I think with some of this, if I come back to here and this year's summary with this murky energy, some of this may be coming from that Taurus. I'm saying this to you. Of course, it could be Pisces feeling this, like Taurus is doing something. The energy can flip-flop, but for this, I feel like this is Taurus feeling this dark energy and not really understanding where it's coming from. Again, people exiting. If it's not baby mama, baby daddy, for some of you, it may be siblings that have just wore out their welcome. For whatever this energy is, or whoever's leaving, this is about whoever they are. They finally kind of sort of halfway, half-ass got their shit together, and now they're moving along. Along with that energy, though, that's leaving, there may be relationships, i.e. if it's baby mama leaving, the baby's going. So some of that may be an issue in the upcoming year. Just keep your eyes out. What you need to let go of, Taurus and Pisces, for the new year is having this battle about who's bigger, better, badder, stronger. That's how it's coming. Because there can't be any kind of positive movement forward if you don't let go of this little titty-tat-pat shit. However that's resonating. So it just feels like it's little petty shit. And this is a major card, and that's telling me it may seem like small little petty things right now that y'all are, you know, kind of playing tug of war with, but those are the things that grow into big things. And so for the new year, you need to let go so you can have just some free sailing, positive movement forward without all this heavy expectation of who's bigger, badder, better bullshit. Both of you have to be strong to deal with just the relationship, the shit that goes along with it, especially if you got other people involved. So you forget it. It's a tie. Let it go. But that energy is there. So I can just kind of feel in my chest. Pulling this way and pulling that way. If you're pulling, you can't move forward. So somebody needs to let go. I know Taurus is stubborn as hell, but I know Pisces can get in their little moods too. So it needs to be a joint thing about just, hey, we both got this. There's no need to get your self-esteem and shit all tied up in it. If it were reversed, there it is. No need to do all of that. Just let go and go with the flow. Both of you. Just go with the flow. And that this boat is sitting on water is kind of telling me Taurus might be the one kind of doing the digging in of the heels. Like, it's mine. Okay, we got it. But if you want to move forward, you're going to have to come back here and take the bigger view and just go with the flow. What's important for the new year? Really pretty much the same energy, but maybe in the reverse, and maybe not so much the physical manifestation of the little petty arguments, but more of the mind shit. And what's important is not who the authority on anything is, because this is really coming in loud and clear. And this, again, is where the feeling and the energy of avoidance is coming from. I can kind of just feel like, okay, you know what? We done had this argument one too many times. They want to be in charge. Da-da-dee-dee-da. I'm just not going to say nothing. And sometimes that's okay. But then this is a pattern where Taurus or Pisces, either one, where you're consistently, I'm not going to say nothing because you're trying to keep the peace. Damn that. Say what you need to say. A lot of times it can just be you're misinterpreting what's going on. So what's important for the New Year's, take a break. Everybody just needs to take a break. Being a big boss. Just go sit down. Everybody go sit in their respective corners and just chill for a minute. Because all of this, and especially mentally, it feels like mental energy as well. It's just kind of, I'm going to do this and that. And again, that air of avoidance. I'm just not going to say nothing. Every time I say something, just, you know what? Everybody go find a chair, a couch, a pillow, a floor, a bed, and just chill. That is really what will be important for the new year, is knowing when to chill. Because if you keep this power struggle going, it's going to cause some confusion. Your centerpiece and your challenge is about recognizing, and it's all this collaborative energy, because everybody's just kind of in a huff. Recognizing the creative side of both of you, not just Taurus, not just Pisces. This is your challenge next year, to recognize that both of you are creative beings. Fertility, pregnancy, new things. This is not to say anybody's pregnant, gonna get pregnant, but the overall, this is just a general read. The overall energy from this is about allowing everybody to be themselves creatively and allowing each other to express yourself creatively without all the extra brouhaha, trying to, put your 2 cents in and, well, I would do it this way. That kind of energy. That's your obstacle next year. That's your challenge. To let that go. To just let it go. To not let everything become, everything doesn't need to be a math problem. Sometimes it's okay to color outside the lines. Again, that creative, that's going to be your task next year. And I think the two of you, Taurus and Pisces, if you can shift your attention off of whatever this little energy is going on over here and get into, go bowling, go join a bowling league, go do darts, go join an archery club, a horseback riding club, something. Do something. A running group, a walking group. Hell, a dancing group. Go line dance, whatever. But get, at some point, the two of you, if you want to remain a couple, you need to find an interest outside of just you and me. so that you can grow and it get some of that creative energy out. I think a lot of this has a lot to do with you feeling restricted towards Pisces both. Like you can't really creatively express yourself. You can't listen to the kind of music you want to listen to because of whatever restriction. Y'all hear me? Next year, that's your challenge, to let that go. Just let it go. You walk away. Let people talk and say and do whatever, because there's some of that's in there too, and just walk the hell on. And do what's best for the couple and not what's best for everybody else. Where your help will come from next year, it's the same thing I'm saying. It's the fucking 3. Fertility's 3. This is 3. Creativity. If you are trying to find the solutions to something, sometimes, even in relationship problems, sometimes it's best to just drop it, walk away, and go do something completely different that has nothing to do with whatever it is that you're worried about, and then come back to it. This is what this is saying. Go get your groove on, go get your boogie on. I'm just saying, because you're trying to make this elevation up. So your help is going to come from you in that creative mode and collaborating with people and doing things with people. And I know I hear somebody saying, what about going to church? Okay, yeah, that too, but not just that. Being able to go somewhere and express yourself. And if that means you like to go out to the club on Saturday and dance for 3 hours, no break, do that. That's a good thing. And if it's something that you both can enjoy together, that's all to the good. But that's where your help will come from next year. When you stop focusing on what's going on and focus on something completely not related, you will see doors opening up on this side like, well, damn, well, they didn't do it when I was looking. No, because a watch pot don't boil. I'm just saying. It's that energy right there. So the two of you need to go find something else to do. Collaborate with some other folks. Find another couple. If y'all live together, you live in a neighborhood, and they got neighborhood watch, or they get together and do whatever, just go try it. You might like it. I'm just saying. For upcoming opportunities, here's the baby part. Woo, they're like, well, why is the love begins? For a lot of you, I don't want to say a lot, but for some of you, maybe some babies, and then we come back to the fertility card. But for some of you, the love for you may begin when you do something creative. I'm going to say that again. Love, in love type shit will begin when you do something creative and start trying to nurture something else. Some of you may have fallen out of love. Some of you may be newly in love, however that's resonating with you. For those of you just watching, if you're not hooked up but you got your eye on a Taurus or a Pisces, hello, this may be you too. But the first thing in my head was a baby. So let me say this. For those of you that are getting pregnant or going to get pregnant next year, it's going to shift the dynamics, obviously, but you'll be surprised at how you feel about your partner, especially when you get that nurturing energy in there. And I want to take care of this, and I want to make sure that it's perfect so it grows up happy and healthy. Look at the card. Come on. It's got good dirt to grow in and a good foundation to grow in. You will find out, for some of you, that'll be another kickoff point in your relationship. No matter how long you've been together, that there will just amp it up. That's an upcoming opportunity for you and for your love to grow. Again, love begins, and that just says baby. Ooh, baby. For others of you, it may be not just a baby. It may be you decide to take the relationship up a notch. Go buy a house or go get an apartment together. But it's something to do with you being together, having something, creating something together. That's where your opportunities come from next year. That's where the upcoming opportunities will be for you to sit and nurture. For a lot of you, like I said, as a baby. For others of you, it could just be the experience of trying to create something together, a home, that kind of thing. With the what needs to be aligned, I'm just learning now. When I see the death card for these readings, it's definitely Taurus. So Taurus, you got Uranus traveling through your shit. So you need to, whatever the winning thing is for you, whatever the end game is, let's just call this the end game card. You won, you got the flag, you crossed finish line. Okay. Now, doing that, is that in alignment with the transformation that you're making? All that success, all that victory, all that triumph, and I'm talking to both of you, but I'm really talking to Taurus, kind of, is that in alignment with the transformation? So you need to make sure that however you're changing, you are changing. It's not no little punk bullshit ass changing. This is big changes. How you're thinking, how you're dealing with things, how you're dealing with people, how you're dealing with money. Transformation. When you get to the end of that, is this the transformation? Is all that kind of in line with each other? Or is this way over here and this over here? Again, your end game. What's your end game looking like now that you're making all these changes? And then we want to speak to the couple and say, okay, y'all making these changes, and just all you gotta do is look at where the cards are. Departing energies. They gone. Hello. Your challenge to find something creative to do. So y'all ain't just stuck on craziness and just stuck in your head. That's air energy. Just stuck in your head. That transformation, you made changes. Folks is leaving. Y'all are trying to find something creative to do. Is that transformation up with your end game? What's your end game? Go sit down and retire, or do you want to travel? Making all these changes. I'm just saying. So aligning where you are and where you want to be as you go through this transformation. Obviously, if you're in a couple, Taurus and Pisces, while it may just be Taurus making the bigger of the changes and the transformations, that still has an effect and a bearing on the relationship. So just because it's Taurus going through the bigger part of the changes doesn't mean Pisces don't have no part in this transformation as well. Keep that in mind. What to avoid next year? People that are manipulators and people that's trying to steal your money and your joy. I can't say it no differently. People that are manipulating, that's what you need to avoid. And y'all know who these folks are. You can see them a mile away. And people trying to literally steal your joy and your money. I can't make it no plainer, no simpler than that. And this is not regular energy. So this is going to be people that are purposely trying to hang on. It's separate from baby mama. This is other folks. You may have co-workers who suddenly find themselves divorced and decide they're going to come to your house every weekend and hang out while football season is going on, watching baseball. People that's trying to manipulate, steal your money and your joy. You can operate that on many levels. Those are the people you need to avoid. Those are the situations. People trying to separate you from your money next year. Avoid them. You know what you need in your relationship, Taurus and Pisces. You don't need anybody to tell you, oh, you need to spend $100. Come over here about it. No, you don't. So be mindful of your money. Be mindful there are people that may be around you that are just pissed off and see y'all got people disappearing and you gonna have some free time a little bit. Some of you gonna, be able to do some things creatively, and other people are gonna be looking at you like, how they get a chance to go on a cruise? That kind of energy. And then they just gonna start throwing shit out there because they mad and they jealous. Those are the people that you need to avoid. You don't need to get into any kind of big confrontation with anybody about they bullshit. But be mindful, there will be those kinds of folks trying to lurk around and just, they're miserable. They just get broke up with their partner and, they want to come and suck the energy out of your relationship. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Let's see what the Oracle cards have for Taurus and Pisces for 2020. What do you love? Get a new story. talk shop, stay in your own skin, and take your time. What do y'all love to do besides go to work and come home? Because that's the energy that I'm feeling. The Taurus is, you know, trying to figure out what all this dark, murky shit is. There's more to that. If you want a personal reading, I'll be happy to do one for you. But the best I can pick up just from a general reading is that some of this may be tied into here. You may have a baby mama, baby daddy trying to be more and do extra than they actually are. Trying to make the other person over here jealous, Taurus. Just saying. And that may be that undercurrent. And then these people here that I'm talking about trying to steal your money and your joy, that group right there, they're not new. These are people in your experience now. So this may be what you're feeling this year, Taurus, Pisces, either one, however it's resonating. What you're probably feeling this year may be some of this energy. And they just ain't amped it up yet. And it may be because things are not quite settled in your relationship, Taurus and Pisces. So it may not be a baby mama, baby daddy leaving. It may be a sister, a cousin, a mama. It could be a variety of little situations and little scenarios that are just going to be out of your immediate environment. And that might be some of that energy that you feel. Anyway, what do you love? When y'all get past all of that, what do you love? And then at the end of that, you go, what do you love to do? What do you love? You like being outside? But however it's resonating, the two of you need to find something that you both enjoy doing. If you want to keep this relationship up and kicking and off a heart monitor, I'm just saying, this is going to be the kind of stuff you need to talk about, think about, plan on, and start doing for next year. Get a new story. Those of you that have been, you know, dealing with baby mama and baby daddy drama and mother-in-law, father-in-law drama and cousins and sisters and folks are always just keeping up shit. Time, now that they're disappearing, it's time to get a new story. Don't dwell in old energy talking about every time she came over here. Don't do that. Just be done with it and get a new story. As well, when it comes to creativity, y'all need to get a new story. And I'm looking at this hourglass, and it's really indicating to me you might want to hurry up and start trying to do something together with your relationship before you get to a point where it's too late. I'm just saying, that's what's there. That's the energy that's kind of poking out at me right now. So you need to get a new story. And the two of you may need to sit down and have some discussions about where you want your relationship to go, what kind of goals you have, if you have any things you want to do, bucket list, what is it? But you need to get a new story. Talk shop. Some of you may need to think about, as far as creative, going into business. It's that simple. Going into business. Y'all a couple, why not? If you're doing something you like to do and you can make some money off of it, and there are two of you, talk shop. Think about it. Work the numbers. Think about your business plan. If you want to have a business plan, think about the business you want to do. Or if it's something that you want to give back, it's coming back that way as well. If you want to do something to give back to your community with your partner, start talking about it. Take your time. There's that hourglass again. Take your time. Yes, there's a sense of urgency. It's not all in my face and got me sweating over here. No, it's not like that. There are things you just need to start paying attention to. Let me get this back over here before it's too late. However that's resonating. It may be simply about spending time together. But once you get in this groove and start working on what us gonna do, take your time. Take your time. Not paying attention to something. This is what's coming off of this. Getting a new story. Not paying attention to something, that little hourglass back there, and not getting a new story. That, however the relationship is right now, if you don't address anything, that's the energy of that hourglass. Now, in March, now we're talking about something totally different. trust issues, a whole bunch of other stuff. So wherever the cracks are right now, Taurus and Pisces, get on it. Get a new story. Stay in your own skin. Stay in your own skin. Be happy about who you are. That's what's coming off of this. Stay in your own skin. Don't let anybody else tell you your whatever. It ain't. It's you. Don't let anybody get between you and your partner, Taurus and Pisces. But be comfortable in your skin. Be who you are. And maybe by doing some of this, you can get to do some of this obstacle and challenge shit. Finding something creative to do. And just doing it. And ignoring people that's trying to talk about what you're doing and how come it ain't right. And that's your challenge and your obstacle. But be happy with who you are. And if you're happy with who you are and your partner's happy with who they are, you got a good chance of making it. Taurus and Pisces, I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving next week. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.